Learning English can feel like a boring chore sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. What if you could get better at English just by following a fun story? That's right. No grammar charts, no endless lists, just an adventure that teaches you naturally. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and let's dive into one of the strangest nights I've ever had. In Tokyo. Tokyo had always been on my list. The food, the energy, the clean streets, the vending machines that sold everything from coffee to umbrellas. I loved every bit of it, but nothing prepared me for the experience of staying in a capsule hotel. The place looked futuristic. Rows of sleeping pods stacked like drawers, small glowing lights, and quiet footsteps echoing in the hall. The check-in was fast and smooth. I got a locker key, a room number, and a pair of indoor slippers. There were signs everywhere in Japanese and English, telling you what to do, how to behave, where to put your shoes. Everything was organized and peaceful. I found my capsule and crawled in. It was cozy, just enough space to lie down, sit up a little, and scroll through my phone. I was tired, but not enough to sleep right away. So I decided to get up and explore the rest of the building. Downstairs, there was a lounge area with books, vending machines, and even a small kitchen corner. A few people were sipping tea and reading. I walked past them and noticed a supply closet slightly open. Inside, there were clean towels, pajamas, and other guest supplies. As I peeked inside, a man approached me, nodded politely, and asked something in Japanese. I smiled and shook my head. "Sorry, I don't work here," I said. He laughed awkwardly and walked away. I thought that was it. Just a misunderstanding. But 5 minutes later, someone else approached me with a question. This time, they were holding a toothbrush and pointing to their locker card. I tried to explain that I wasn't staff. They bowed, apologized, and walked away. It was a little funny, but I didn't think much of it. Then it happened again. And again. Apparently, the dark uniform-like sweater I was wearing, plus the slippers and the fact that I had been near the supply closet, had convinced several guests that I worked at the hotel. Some were asking for towels. Others wanted to know where the showers were. One person even handed me their room key and gestured toward a broken light. At first, I kept correcting them politely, but eventually, I started pointing them in the right direction. Not as an employee, but just to be helpful. I knew where the showers were. I had seen the sign for the towel return. I even figured out how the lockers worked after helping a confused tourist open his. It was strange. I had become an unofficial part of the hotel staff without being asked. Later that evening, I was sitting in the lounge again, sipping tea from a vending machine, when one of the real staff members walked in. He looked around and spotted me. For a second, he gave me a puzzled look, then smiled, bowed slightly, and walked away. I laughed to myself. Maybe he thought I had just been overly friendly. Or maybe, just maybe, I was blending into the rhythm of the place a little too well. That night, back in my capsule, I replayed the moments in my mind. Every small conversation, every polite bow, every time I said, "Sorry, I don't work here," became part of a memory I wouldn't forget. And in all of it, I realized something. The small phrases I used to explain myself, the simple directions I gave, the polite gestures. I had used more English in those moments than I would have in a whole grammar lesson. I had communicated, not perfectly, but clearly enough. Sometimes, language learning doesn't happen in classrooms. It happens when you're mistaken for staff in a Tokyo hotel and decide to roll with it. Did you enjoy that story? Then guess what? You just learned natural, useful English without even realizing it. That's the magic of storytelling. So give this video a thumbs up if it helped. Subscribe for a new story every single day, and leave a comment. Have you ever been mistaken for someone else in a funny or confusing way? Let's share some laughs down below.